From a small Swedish town came one of the most powerful rock bands you've probably never heard, Kent. Hey everyone, welcome back to Sound Saga. They dominated Sweden the way few other bands ever have. They sold over 3 million records, had 11 number one albums, and scored 23 Swedish Grammis Awards. They wrote emotionally massive rock anthems comparable to Coldplay or U2, but sang mostly in Swedish. Today, we're talking about Kent, the best band you've probably never heard of unless you live in Scandinavia. Stick around. By the end of this video, you're gonna love them. Formed in 1990 in Eskilstuna, Sweden, Kent started as a noisy indie rock band before settling on their simple, iconic name. The core lineup, Joakim Jokeberg on vocals and songwriting, Sami Servia on lead guitar, Martin Skuld on bass, and Marcus Mustonen on drums, remained remarkably stable for 26 years. They became absolute superstars in Sweden, the biggest rock band the country's ever produced. But their music didn't just top charts, it became part of the cultural fabric, reflecting Swedish identity through poetic, melancholic lyrics that captured small-town life, love, alienation, and the quiet struggles of modern existence. By choosing Swedish lyrics for authenticity, they became symbols of national pride, but remained almost unknown internationally. Their breakthrough came with the raw power of Kräm, Så nära får ingen gå, from the 1996 album Verkligen. It exploded onto Swedish radio and established Kent as a major force. Other early standouts like När det blåser på månen and Frank from their debut showed their noisy indie roots in Jokeberg's sharp observational songwriting. These tracks captured the restlessness of youth in a post-industrial town, resonating deeply with a generation. By their third album, Isola, they had perfected their signature sound, atmospheric, introspective, with massive emotional crescendos. The epic 747 became a fan favorite for its soaring keyboard-driven build and sense of longing. It's a perfect example of how Kent could make personal isolation feel universal and cinematic. They toured with the Cardigans and made brief pushes into the international market, but ultimately committed fully to their Swedish audience. That paid off big time with their 2002 masterpiece Vapen och Ammuntion, which sold over 600,000 copies in Scandinavia and spent weeks at number one. Hits like Du Mandra, with its sharp critique of social outsiders and alienation, Kärleken väntar with its aching, hopeful melody, and the gorgeous Perlor became cultural touchstones, soundtracking breakups and road trips and late-night reflections for a generation. Kent's music evolved while staying true to their core: shoegaze roots, Britpop drama, Swedish melancholy, and later synth and electronic layers. Their songs often felt like emotional release valves for a nation. Music Nonstop from Hagnesta Hill turned into a massive live sing-along anthem, its danceable groove contrasting the band's usual introspection. The monumental Männen I den vita hatten, 16 år senare, from Du och jag dörden, is frequently voted their greatest song. Its sweeping build and raw lyrics about fearing life and death, I am scared out of my life of living and scared to death of dying, delivered profound existential weight that connected with fans on a deeply personal level. Sverige offered a poetic, sometimes critical love letter to their country. Other powerful tracks include the heartbreaking Utan dina andetag, Soccer, Vinternoll 2, FF, Romeo återvänder ensam, Ingenting, Palace in Maine, and later, Egoist. What makes Kent timeless is how universal, yet specifically Swedish, their work feels. Jokke Berg's lyrics are poetic and vulnerable and deeply relatable. Their live shows turn these intimate songs into massive moments of community catharsis. The pinnacle was the 2003 White Show, where 33,500 fans filled Stockholm Stadium, all dressed in white, creating a sea of unity that marked one of the most iconic moments in modern Swedish music history. After 11 straight #1 albums and a graceful farewell tour in 2016 with Då som nu för alltid, they stepped away on their own terms. That same year, Kent received one of Swedish music's highest honors. They were inducted into the Swedish Music Hall of Fame. This recognition placed them among the most influential artists in the country's history, a fitting tribute to a band that had become a cultural institution. Then, in 2025, they returned for 6 massive reunion shows at Stockholm's Tele2 Arena, drawing nearly 240,000 fans, improving their enduring cultural power. So why is Kent the best band that most people haven't heard of? It's simple, really. They brought the consistency and emotional quality of a band like Coldplay or Radiohead, the arena-filling power and communal impact of U2, and the cultural resonance of a band that helped define the soundtrack of a nation for 2 decades. For rock fans in Sweden, they're on a par with ABBA, not just commercially dominant, but embedded in the culture. Everywhere else, a hidden gold mine. If you're new to Kent, go listen right now. Blast Kräm for the energy, 747 with headphones for the atmosphere, or lose yourself in Männen I den vita hatten for something profound. You'll thank me later. Drop your favorite Kent song in the comments, even if you're just discovering them today. It'd be fun to hear what you like on first impressions. And for you veteran Kent listeners, what album should the newbies start with? Give me a like and subscribe for more deep dives into music you may have missed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.